Are we alone in the universe? Or are we simply the latest chapter in a much greater story? Across the vast expanse of human history, great civilizations have risen and fallen, leaving behind breathtaking monuments, mysterious artifacts, and legends that defy explanation. But what if the key to our past lies not on Earth, but in the stars? The flying chariots of the gods were ancient myths describing alien encounters. For thousands of years, cultures around the world have shared astonishingly similar stories about flying beings, celestial vehicles, and powerful gods who descended from the skies. Could these myths be more than just imaginative storytelling? Could they be remnants of real encounters with extraterrestrial visitors? Once dismissed as mere science fiction, this idea is gaining renewed attention as historians, archaeologists, and ancient astronaut theorists revisit the past with fresh eyes. In 1968, Swiss author and researcher Erich von Däniken published Chariots of the Gods, a book that sent shockwaves through the worlds of history, archaeology, and science. His thesis? That ancient civilizations were not only visited by extraterrestrial beings, but that these beings played a direct role in shaping human culture, technology, and mythology. In the lands of Mesopotamia, the world's first recorded civilization, myths speak of powerful beings descending from the sky. The Sumerians called them the Anunnaki, celestial entities, who gifted humanity with knowledge, tools, and laws. But who were they really? The Sumerians didn't describe them as spirits, but as beings who physically came down to Earth. They believed their civilization was a direct result of these sky gods imparting wisdom. Could it be possible that humanity's gods were astronauts? Throughout ancient texts, across different cultures, we find strikingly similar descriptions of flying machines, craft that seem far beyond the technological capabilities of their time. Take, for example, the vision of the prophet Ezekiel in the Old Testament. He describes a mysterious wheel within a wheel, with eyes around its rim, descending from the sky. This surreal image, dismissed for centuries as metaphorical, bears striking similarities to modern descriptions of UFOs. Similarly, the story of angels descending from heaven, the fiery chariots of Elijah, and even the construction of the Ark of the Covenant all take on new meaning when viewed through the lens of ancient astronaut theory. Were these divine visitations, or were they something far more technological in nature? The Hindu Vedas also mention the Vimanas, flying chariots piloted by the gods, capable of moving between the heavens and the earth. These texts go beyond poetic descriptions. They include detailed technical explanations of how these crafts operated, even describing propulsion systems and weaponry. Is it possible that the Vimanas were not mythological, but actual flying machines observed by ancient people? The phenomenon of flight in ancient history is not limited to India. In Egypt, the so-called Saqqara bird, a wooden artifact dating back to 200 BC, resembles a modern airplane with aerodynamic wings and a vertical tail. Some researchers speculate that this is not a mere toy or religious symbol, but a representation of a real flying machine that once soared over the deserts of ancient Egypt. Middle Eastern folklore tells of magical flying carpets, most famously associated with King Solomon. According to legend, his carpet could transport hundreds of people and entire palaces at astonishing speeds. While skeptics argue that such accounts are purely fantastical, others see them as possible references to advanced aerial technology witnessed in ancient times. What if the so-called magic carpets were in fact small, maneuverable flying craft? Could the myths have originated from real encounters with extraterrestrial visitors who possessed the ability to hover and fly effortlessly? Similar stories appear in ancient China. The Bamboo Annals, a chronicle of early Chinese history, describes dragon-like machines that carried rulers across the skies. Were these descriptions of primitive balloons, or something far more advanced? Dragons are often depicted as enormous, flying creatures capable of breathing fire. What if, instead of biological creatures, these dragons were actually early interpretations of alien spacecraft? The fire-breathing aspect could be an ancient way of describing the propulsion system of a craft, perhaps similar to rocket thrusters. In Mesoamerican cultures, deities like Quetzalcoatl and Kukulkan are described as feathered serpents that descended from the heavens, bringing wisdom and technological advancements to the people. The Maya, Aztecs, and Inca all tell tales of sky gods who guided their civilizations, teaching them architecture, astronomy, and agriculture. Some researchers believe that these gods were not mere mythological figures, but real beings with advanced knowledge. The ancient Mayans, for instance, possessed an incredible understanding of celestial mechanics, capable of predicting solar eclipses with pinpoint accuracy. How did they acquire such knowledge? Did they develop it on their own, or were they taught by visitors from the stars? One of the most intriguing cases suggesting ancient alien contact comes from the Dogon tribe of Mali, Africa. The Dogon possess astronomical knowledge that should have been impossible for an ancient people to obtain without telescopes. They accurately described Sirius B, a dense white dwarf star invisible to the naked eye, centuries before modern science confirmed its existence. According to Dogon legend, their knowledge came from the Nomo, amphibious beings who descended from the sky in fiery ships. The Nomo were said to have shared wisdom with the Dogon, teaching them about the cosmos and the nature of the universe. Could these stories be distorted memories of extraterrestrial visitors imparting advanced knowledge? Beyond myths and legends, there are physical artifacts and ancient engineering feats that defy conventional explanations. Etched into the desert of Peru lies one of the most perplexing mysteries of the ancient world, the Nazca Lines. Hundreds of massive drawings, only visible from the air. Archaeologists say they were created between 500 BCE and 500 CE. But the question remains, why? And for whom? Some of these lines stretch for miles in a perfectly straight path. They resemble modern airport runways. But why would an ancient civilization with no knowledge of flight create something that can only be fully appreciated from above? Could the Nazca Lines have been created as a signal for visitors descending from the sky? Were they landing zones for advanced flying machines, as von Daniken suggested? If extraterrestrials did interact with ancient civilizations, why isn't this common knowledge? The answer might lie in historical cover-ups and deliberate suppression of evidence. Some theorists suggest that ruling elites throughout history have concealed the truth about humanity's past to maintain control. If ancient societies were influenced by advanced beings, it would challenge conventional narratives of human progress. Remember what one of the men in black said in my previous video? History is what is printed in books. Early civilizations progressed exactly as explained to you in schools. Society, the economy, power, they are all based on a certain scheme, certain beliefs, and have been for 2,000 years. Key issues could be compromised if someone decided to disturb the order of things. The system could be destabilized, and we cannot allow that. And what can destabilize the system more than the most inconvenient question? Are we the aliens? Some thinkers take the theory one step further, suggesting that humanity itself may have extraterrestrial origins. Could it be that humans are the product of genetic engineering by an advanced race? Ancient texts hint at gods creating mankind, shaping us in their own image. Could these stories be describing alien intervention in human evolution? As we look to the stars, searching for signs of intelligent life, perhaps we should also be looking into our own past. The stories of flying chariots, celestial visitors, and ancient knowledge passed down by sky gods may not be mere myths. They could be echoes of a forgotten truth, a truth that could redefine our understanding of who we are and where we come from. What if the greatest secret in human history has been hidden in plain sight all along? Please like, subscribe, and watch my other videos to learn what they don't want you to know.